we use that word call in the Christian community. If you're listening in, what I mean by that is your gift. Like, you have a gift, we have gifts. Maggie and I, some of those we're still discovering, and but you have gifts that you maybe haven't even discovered yet. And when it's a true gift of yours, you're willing to say yes, and then there's life that happens. There's life-giving properties that rise up inside of you as your gift is activated, as you put your yes on the table and you express it, whether it's singing or dancing or writing or decorating or baking or helping others dress or helping people organize their homes. Or we could think of it so many different things. Or maybe your gift is teaching. Maybe you're a teacher and you teach young children. Oh, what a powerful job that is. But if you had said yes to everything, or someone in your life made you feel the guilt and shame of feeling as if you said no, I think that was the case for some of us older girls, is we thought we need to say yes because it's a good thing to do.
Yeah. And a lot of times, the desire for people pleasing comes from that fond state of trauma from our childhood, because we just want everybody to be happy. We want to keep the peace,
Yes.
I want you to like me, all of those things. And so
Yes.
the roots of people pleasing and lack of boundaries comes from fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of self-worth. Like, my value is what I am, what I do, instead of who I am. And sometimes in the church, religious pressure, and then it becomes survival, like you said, from our childhood, survival mechanisms. I know when I became a Christian, I was so broken. I had so many things, but I got caught in a cycle of I got to do instead of being. And so being. We are not humans doing. Okay. But I was in the nursery and I was doing all of the outreach and all of the things. And those busy activities, though they were good, was a result of me trying to please God or please people. And that lack of boundaries took longer for me to get my healing, because I needed to be sitting at the altar on my face, crying those tears and working through those things, rather than being out doing. And so do you think that as women, we do that?
Oh, yeah, I do. And in fact, I can look back and think of things that I put my hand and heart to, that I've said to the Lord, how much fruit was there in that? Was there any? Was there any kingdom fruit in what I did back then and how I spent my time on those things? And the thing we can do is there's regrets on every turn. We don't want to let the enemy fill us with regret as we're trying to pursue this topic. You see how sly he is. But we can look back to our past, and I'm a firm believer that he makes all things good as long as our hearts were in it the best of our ability. It was a right reason at the time that we said yes back then. There was a right reason inside of our heads and our hearts based on who we were at that season of life. But today's a new day. And today, the wisdom is we get to learn from yesterday, and we get to, instead of living in regret, we can live in the joy and excitement for doing the things that really bring God the most glory. And sometimes that's for us to rest. Sometimes it's for us to sit in the quiet with him and listen, learn how to listen instead of talking all the time and filling the airspace with our words. I think we're living in a time, Maggie, where that's more important than ever, that we don't let our lives be based on action so much as on, like you said so well, being in his presence and learning how to cultivate intimacy in a new and fresh way with him, so that we can discover something new about him and we can begin to move in the direction that he has for us. And maybe it's going to be less doing and more being, like you said, for us.
I believe that.